Schwänzchen klein ging allein in die weite Welt hinein.
Cross of Iron is a 1977 war film directed by Sam Peckinpah. German commander Hauptmann Stransky places a squad in extreme danger after Sergeant Rolf Steiner refuses to lie for him. Plot: Corporal Rolf Steiner, played by James Coburn, is a veteran soldier of the Wehrmacht on the Eastern Front of World War II. During a successful raid on an enemy mortar position, his reconnaissance platoon captures a Russian boy soldier. As the platoon returns to friendly lines, Captain Stransky, played by Maximilian Schell, arrives to take command of Steiner's battalion. The regiment's commander, Colonel Brandt, played by James Mason, wonders why Stransky would ask to be transferred to the Coburn bridgehead from more comfortable duties in occupied France. Stransky proudly tells Brandt and the regimental adjutant, Captain Kiesel, played by David Warner, that he applied for transfer to frontline duty in Russia so that he can win the Iron Cross. Stransky meets Steiner as he returns from the patrol and orders the prisoner shot. Steiner refuses, and Corporal Schnurrbart, played by Fred Stillkrauth, takes the boy off into hiding. Steiner reports to Stransky shortly after, where he is informed of his promotion to senior sergeant. Following the meeting, Stransky discerns that his adjutant, Lieutenant Triebig, played by Roger Fritz, is a closet homosexual, which is a death penalty offense in the German army. The platoon celebrates the birthday of their leader, Lieutenant Meyer, played by Igor Galo. Steiner takes the young Russian to the forward positions to release him, where he is accidentally killed by advancing Soviet troops in a major attack. The Germans are forced to defend their positions. Stransky is overcome by fear in his bunker, while Meyer is killed, leading a successful counterattack. Steiner is wounded and sent to a military hospital. After his hospital stay, characterized by flashbacks and a romantic liaison with a nurse, Eva, played by Senta Berger, Steiner is offered a home leave, but decides instead to return to his men.
Son of a bitch!
There he learns Stransky has been nominated for an Iron Cross for the counterattack Meyer had led. Stransky's award requires 2 witnesses as confirmation. He blackmails Triebig and attempts to persuade Steiner to corroborate his claim with promises of preferential treatment after the war. Brandt questions Steiner in the hope that he will expose Stransky's lies, but Steiner only states that he hates all officers, even those as enlightened as Brandt and Kiesel, and requests a few days to ponder his answer. When his battalion is ordered to retreat, Stransky does not notify Steiner's platoon. Making their way back through now enemy territory, the men capture an all-female Russian detachment. While Steiner is busy, Zoll, a despised Nazi party member, takes one of the women into the barn to rape her. She bites his genitals, and he kills her. Meanwhile, young Dietz, played by Michael Nauka, left to guard the rest of the women alone, is distracted and killed as well. Disgusted, Steiner locks Zoll up with the vengeful Russian women, taking their uniforms to use as a disguise. As the men near the German lines, they radio ahead to avoid friendly fire. Stransky suggests to Triebig that Steiner and his men be mistaken for Russians. Triebig orders his men to shoot the incoming Germans. Only Steiner, Kruger, and Anselm survive. Triebig denies responsibility, but Steiner kills him and makes Kruger the platoon leader, telling him to look after Anselm. Steiner then goes hunting for Stransky. The Soviets launch a major assault. Brandt orders Kiesel to evacuate, telling him that men like him will be needed to rebuild Germany after the war. Brandt then rallies the fleeing troops for a counterattack. Steiner locates Stransky, but instead of killing him, he hands him a weapon and offers to show him where the Iron Crosses grow. Stransky accepts Steiner's challenge. and they head off together for the battle. The film closes with Stransky trying to figure out how to reload his MP-40 while being shot at by an adolescent Russian soldier who resembles the boy soldier released by Steiner. When Stransky asks Steiner for help, Steiner begins to laugh. About the film, Cross of Iron, 1977, is directed by Sam Peckinpah and produced by Wolf C. Hartwig. The screenplay for the film was written by Julius J. Epstein and James Hamilton, based on the novel The Willing Flesh, 1955 by Willy Heinrich. The cast includes James Coburn, Maximilian Schell, and James Mason portraying the diverse and conflicted characters within the German unit. Cross of Iron, 1977, was filmed primarily in Yugoslavia, utilizing its rugged landscapes to depict the Eastern Front during World War II. The production faced challenges due to budget constraints, but managed to create authentic war scenes. The musical score for the film was composed by Ernest Gold, featuring a haunting and evocative soundtrack that enhances the film's tense and dramatic moments. The movie was released on February 20, 1977. The production budget for Cross of Iron was around $6 million, and it grossed approximately $7 million at the box office. Cross of Iron received mixed critical reception upon its release, with praise for its realistic portrayal of warfare, but criticism for its pacing and character development. The legacy of Cross of Iron lies in its status as a unique war film that explores the complexities and moral ambiguities of combat. It remains a notable entry in director Sam Peckinpah's filmography. 10 interesting facts about Cross of Iron movie. 1. Cross of Iron is one of the few war films told from the perspective of German soldiers during World War II. 2. According to actor Vadim Glauna, director Sam Peckinpah drank 4 whole bottles of whiskey or vodka during every day of shooting while sleeping approximately only 3 or 4 hours per night. 3. Orson Welles said this was the best war movie he had seen since All Quiet on the Western Front, 1930. He appreciated that the story was shown from the viewpoint of an ordinary soldier. 4. Just after the last scene shooting, every crew member went away with his own luggage to take his train or plane home. The shooting was over. No wrap party. There was no more money to finish the movie. 5. The ending wasn't the original ending in the script. At the time, the movie had run out of money, so director Sam Peckinpah got James Coburn to improvise. 6. In 1990, there were no more prints of this movie, only the videotapes on sale and rent. The producers sold the prints after the bankruptcy of their company. 7. Director Sam Peckinpah used $90,000 from his own money so that technicians could be paid after the production financial problems. 8. Robert Shaw turned down the part of Corporal Steiner after a dispute over money. 9. Maximilian Schell as Captain Hauptmann Stransky stumbling by the railway track in the final scene was actually an on-set accident during filming and not scripted. Director Sam Peckinpah hadn't enough film left to retake the sequence. 10. The making of the film was mainly financed by sex film producer Wolf C. Hartwig.